Hello, this is BVI Channel 1. I still remain associate Peter. Today on Matters Arising, I have with me a very important person, the National Secretary of Igbo Development Foundation, in the person of Professor Nath Aniekwu. Sir, it's a pleasure having you on BVI Channel 1. Well, ADF is no longer a new thing among Igbo people, especially the young people. And currently, there have been a lot of agitation, left, right, and center. There are a lot of questions being asked by a younger generation of Igbo about their position in Nigeria and their future. Now, there was a time we heard about the trip made by Igbo Development Foundation to United Nations and the American Congress. Can you give us a bit of what was that all about?
Thank you very much. That was, I believe it's sometime in July or August, when the Arewa youth had given a quick notice to Igbo living up north. And most of us sat looking, but those of us who had had some experiences during the war noted that it was exactly in the same manner that the pogrom of 1966 started. And so we were very disturbed that we should not allow such a thing to happen anymore. And so ADF decided to put together a team of elders to take a petition to the United Nations and draw their attention to the impending genocide. And so we did visit the United Nations headquarters in New York, and we delivered a petition cataloging a list of antecedents of these killings, but drawing the historical parallel to what had happened in 1966. And thereafter, we had made an earlier appointment to visit to the United Nations, United States Congress, in particular the Committee on Foreign Relations and Africa. And we held meetings with the desk officers and got assurances that they were going to take the matter upstairs. And then subsequently, we visited the Martin Luther King Center for Nonviolent Resistance. You see, because what we have been doing in Nigeria, Igbo, is nonviolent resistance. Forget about the Python dance. The government has the monopoly of violence in this country, and they decided to visit it on innocent citizens of their own country. And so we visited the Martin Luther King Center, and we interacted extensively with the management of the center, where we exchanged views on nonviolent resistance. And subsequently, we were even invited as special guests to the just concluded Martin Luther King 50th anniversary of death, of his passing. Subsequently, we paid a visit to a place in Savannah, Georgia, where they call Igbo Landing. Igbo Landing is a place where slaves taken from somewhere in Anambra State were brought to. As they sailed to the United States, the slaves revolted and overwhelmed their captors. But by the time they took charge of the boat, they no longer knew where they were, because they were in the open sea, in the middle of nowhere. And so they were subsequently recaptured. And when they got to Savannah, where they were meant to work in the very extensive sugar plantations that they had there, the men looked at themselves and said, look, some of them are even titled people. They said, there is no way they can be slaves to anybody. And so they held their hands together and walked into the sea and drowned. That had never happened before, and it was very strange to the white people. However, since that time, there had been reports of all kinds of unnatural, mysterious activities taking place within the area. In the night, they will hear things as if there was a whole village going on. People are conversing, people are hitting on the mortar, preparing food and all of that. And it was so bad that that place, the people living in that area had left. So we went there and we explained to them that in Igbo land, when somebody dies, after the person has been buried, we perform the Ikwa Uzu ceremony, with which we lay the person's spirit to rest. There is no equivalent word for it in English, but that as long as we don't perform that function, the person's spirit will be hovering around the vicinity from where it passed. And therefore, we needed to pray and appease or lay these wandering spirits to rest. And so we went there with cola nuts, with alligator pepper, with white chalk, with hot drinks, and the elder in our delegation, in the person of Dr. Dozie Kedife, who also happens to be a member of the Board of Trustees of ADF, said wonderful prayers, and we prayed that the souls of those people will rest in peace. It was very widely covered in the newspapers in the United States and the TV, and that was how we visited. We are now hearing that there is a move by the county of the area to convert that place into a national monument. So that was how we made our visit. Of course, subsequently, the threatened genocide did not occur. We are not in a position to say whether it was as a result of our petitioning or just sheer providence, but whichever way it is, we thank God.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break. It will be coming right back to bring you one of the most striking information with respect to Igbo Development Foundation activities in recent time happening in Igbo land. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
When malaria knocks you down, headaches, fever, aches and pain make you feel like you're down and out, and malaria is set to knock you out. Kill malaria quickly with Kilmal.
When malaria strikes, give it a technical knockout with Kilmal. Kilmal is an anti-malaria tablet with 80 milligrams of artemether and 480 milligrams of lumefantrine. Very effective even for multi-drug resistant malaria.
Take one tablet in the morning and one at night over a 3-day period.
Distributed in Nigeria by Vinco Pharmaceuticals Nigeria Limited.
NAFDAC approved Kilmal is available in chemists and pharmaceutical shops throughout Nigeria. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult your doctor.
Keep medicine out of reach of children.
Kill malaria quickly with Kilmal.
Kilmal.
A sure way to stop malaria fast.
Welcome back, our viewers. So it has been a wonderful insight of what you've been telling us, with your revelation of how you visited the United States, and I believe our people really appreciate that, your efforts. Now, Igbo Development Foundation, talking about that name serially, Igbo Development Foundation, and the symbol of Akuluona mantra. What is the vision driving Igbo Development Foundation with respect to Akuluona?
We, from history again, the first black author, recorded author in history, is a former slave called Olaudah Aquino. He wrote a book, you know, and he was saying, he's an Igbo man, by the way, who bought freedom by sheer dint of his own effort and subsequently turned into a crusader. And he said that he came from a place of happy people, a clean and happy people, where there is no slavery, where there is no prostitution, no unemployment, a land of no drunkards. And it envisioned, or it aroused in me, even my own recollections of when our streets in the village were swept, you know, every other day. And we felt that it is possible to bring back such an estate. So our vision in ADF is the development of Igbo, a restoration of our civilization and freedom to live and serve our ancestors any which way we want to do it, without let or hindrance. And so we also noted that the southeast, the Igbo, had been abandoned by subsequent governments in Nigeria, maybe as a penance for going to war. So we felt that we probably didn't need the government as much as we thought. And so we decided that since in every town in this country, once you discount the indigenes of the place, the next highest in population will be in Igbo. It does not matter whether it's in the west or in the south or in the north, wherever. And then, of course, when you talk in terms of business and investments, the majority of it is in Igbo land. And so we felt that instead of waiting on government to help us, we can start helping ourselves by encouraging our people to bring back a little of whatever they have outside. We're not asking them to close down shop and come home. No. We are saying whatever it is you have there, open up something here and maintain a presence. If you're able to bring it all back, fine and good. And we reckon that if we did that very, very easily, we can create anywhere between 5 to 10 million employment. And if you can create employment for 5 to 10 million youths in Igbo land, we are home and dry. We are a self-helping people. What it means is that these people, these employed people, can now effectively participate in town development. When we call for dues, even if it's 50 kobo, 100, they will be able to contribute theirs. And that is how we can also engage Igbo, and there is nothing we can do with that. In fact, as of now, we build our roads, we build our hospitals, we build our schools, we put light, we do water. In a typical town in the southeast, all these are provided by self-help, not government sponsorship. So that is the idea behind our Akuruno program. And so we initially had a consultative forum with our business elite in Lagos, and subsequently had another in Abuja, and ultimately had the first business conference of Igbo leaders in Enugu, where we had our notable business sons and daughters participate. And I'm glad to say that since then, the mantra has been picked up by other associations and even governments. And, we're beginning to see signs of new life. I like to say that that is one of the success stories that ADF can point to.
Thank you so much. It has been a wonderful time with you, and would I be right to say that the Akuluno ideology is a pursuant to financial and economic freedom of the Southeast? Am I right to say that?
Absolutely. You see, the only reason why men get into politics is so that they can have power. Power to control their political space. And why do you want to control your political space? So you can do whatever manner of development you want within it. As of now, we are not capable of controlling our political space. But in spite of that handicap, we think we can do something about our emancipating ourselves economically and developmentally. So that's what Akurono is targeting.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on BVI Channel 1. It has been a wonderful time with the Prof, and I believe you all out there have gotten a full dose. You would like this to continue, but for the want of time, we'll be ending it up on this episode of Matters Rising. Don't forget that this is BVI Channel 1. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, visit our website www.bvichannel1.com. From the link below, you see our app link. Get them installed on your mobile devices, and you have all the information at the tip of your finger. Till I come your way next time, I still remain associated with Peter, saying stay blessed, and above all, stay safe. Goodbye.